Leonardo DiCaprio's journey is defined not by his fame, but by the repeated feeling of invisibility despite extraordinary talent. For over 2 decades, he delivered performances of brilliance, from surviving the harsh Canadian wilderness for The Revenant to embodying obsessive geniuses, yet the Academy Awards eluded him. Critics called him genius, audiences adored him, but the golden statue remained absent. Fame brought wealth, attention, and adoration, yet a haunting emptiness followed. The paradox of success weighed heavily. He had everything yet felt incomplete. From childhood struggles to global superstardom, DiCaprio's story is about the hidden cost of chasing perfection and recognition. It asks a crucial question: what happens when your public victories fail to heal private wounds? The journey is not just about acting, but survival, resilience, and an ongoing fight against the invisible chains of expectation. Early struggles in East Hollywood. Leonardo's formative years were shaped by grit rather than glamour. Born to Malene DiCaprio in East Hollywood during the 1970s, he witnessed poverty, crime, and the daily challenges of a single mother working multiple jobs. Streets that promised dreamlike opportunity instead delivered lessons in survival and the fragility of safety. Malene became his anchor, transporting him across Los Angeles for auditions, often relying on buses or walking miles when money ran short. Leonardo recalls the dangers of his neighborhood and the resilience it demanded. His early exposure to hardship gave him a sense of urgency and determination. Every rejection and obstacle his mother faced became a living example for Leonardo. Persistence was non-negotiable. Poverty, fear, and responsibility instilled in him a hunger to succeed that went beyond ambition. Survival shaped not just his character, but the foundation for the discipline and persistence that would define his career. Family influence and early lessons. While Malene's sacrifice was foundational, Leonardo's father, George, introduced him to art and counterculture, enriching his imagination but offering little stability. Their relationship was distant, framed by weekends and good intentions rather than daily presence. This duality, love paired with absence, instilled early lessons in both resourcefulness and self-reliance. Leonardo's parents' contrasting influences shaped a delicate balance between creativity and pragmatism. In school, he struggled to fit in, his intellect paired with restlessness, earning labels of troublemaker. The streets taught lessons that classrooms could not, reinforcing the reality that life demanded self-advocacy. At 10 years old, Leonardo understood that fairness was not guaranteed and that opportunity was never given freely. It had to be claimed. These early struggles cultivated a fierce determination that fueled his early auditions and instilled a hunger to succeed, not for ego, but to honor the sacrifices of his mother. Childhood auditions and the taste of rejection. Leonardo began auditioning at the age of 12, often facing humiliating competition and repeated rejection. Waiting rooms were filled with other children, each vying for fleeting attention, with casting directors quickly dismissing most hopefuls. Doors remained closed, yet he persisted, inspired by his mother's unwavering faith. Every failure became a lesson, every rejection an opportunity to grow resilience. This period was not about glamour or opportunity. It was about survival, grit, and learning to endure setbacks while maintaining belief in his abilities. These experiences taught Leonardo that persistence was not optional, it was the only path forward. His mother's example, enduring struggles without surrender, gave him a blueprint for facing an industry that was unforgiving to outsiders. This early conditioning forged his professional stamina, allowing him to transform the disappointments of childhood into fuel for later artistic triumphs. First breakthroughs and television roles. In the early 1990s, Leonardo's persistence began to yield visible results. He landed a recurring role on Growing Pains in smaller parts in Parenthood and Santa Barbara. These roles offered exposure but confined him to family-friendly television, threatening to label him a cute kid rather than a serious actor. He felt the pressure to prove that he could deliver complex, dramatic performances. Although television offered financial stability and visibility, it also boxed him in, limiting opportunities for artistic growth. Leonardo's early television experience honed his craft under practical conditions. Tight schedules, demanding directors, and performance consistency. He learned that recognition was fleeting and often superficial. These roles, while modest, were essential training grounds, teaching him to transform raw talent into disciplined performance while simultaneously preparing him to break free from Hollywood's initial typecasting trap. The transformation with serious film roles. Leonardo's first major film breakthroughs came with This Boy's Life, 1993, and What's Eating Gilbert Grape, 1993. In these projects, he faced emotional intensity, portraying characters shaped by abuse and vulnerability. Standing opposite established actors, he had to channel his own childhood experiences to deliver authentic performances. Critics noticed immediately, praising his ability to hold his own with seasoned professionals. His Oscar nomination for Gilbert Grape validated his talent, but he did not win, underscoring the pattern of near success that would follow him. These roles marked transformation from television novelty to dramatic actor. Leonardo's performance was not just skillful, but deeply human, demonstrating a profound capacity for empathy and self-expression. This period taught him that raw talent was insufficient without persistence and the courage to confront emotionally challenging material. The Titanic Paradox. With Titanic, 1997, Leonardo reached global stardom. The film became a cultural phenomenon, grossing billions and embedding him in the collective imagination as Jack Dawson. Fame arrived overnight, complete with paparazzi attention, fans everywhere, and financial security. Yet, the visibility that made him iconic also trapped him. He became the boy from the bow of the ship, defined by a single role, typecast despite previous dramatic successes. Hollywood now saw him as a teen idol rather than a serious actor. The paradox was cruel. Success brought everything he desired externally, but internally, he faced isolation, loss of credibility, and loss of control over his image. The fame that should have affirmed his talent instead highlighted the industry's narrow perception, forcing Leonardo to confront the limits of celebrity and the tension between public admiration and artistic respect. The curse of the Oscar, Leonardo's repeated Academy snubs, became a defining aspect of his career. Despite excellence in performance and critical acclaim, he faced systemic rejection that transformed into a public narrative, the Oscar curse. This pattern tested his resilience, pushing him to continue refining his craft under the weight of expectation, fame, and internalized pressure. The paradox of being celebrated yet unseen crystallized into a psychological challenge: how to remain artistically authentic while navigating the external metrics of success. This period highlighted the tension between recognition and self-worth, the difficulty of reconciling public adoration with institutional validation, and the human cost of excellence in an industry that often prioritizes spectacle over substance. Leonardo learned to channel frustration into persistence, turning adversity into fuel for continuous growth and the eventual attainment of professional fulfillment. Human perseverance beyond fame. Leonardo DiCaprio's journey is ultimately a story of resilience, self-discipline, and the struggle to align personal ambition with external recognition. From East Hollywood's hardships to global superstardom, he navigated a life filled with rejection, scrutiny, and pressure. Fame, wealth, and awards were both gifts and burdens, offering visibility but threatening authenticity. The narrative emphasizes that even extraordinary success cannot erase childhood experiences, self-doubt, or systemic obstacles. Leonardo's story teaches that true mastery arises from perseverance, introspection, and the courage to take risks in the face of repeated failure. Beyond the glitz, beyond the Oscars and box office numbers, his career reflects the human capacity to endure, adapt, and transform adversity into artistic brilliance, inspiring generations to pursue excellence despite external validation or fleeting recognition. Legacy and artistic identity. Today, Leonardo DiCaprio's career embodies both the highs of iconic stardom and the trials of invisibility within fame. He continues to select roles with intention, demonstrating commitment to craft over commercial expediency. His legacy is not defined solely by awards or box office success, but by a relentless pursuit of meaningful work, artistic evolution, and social advocacy. The struggles he faced, poverty, repeated rejection, fame's suffocating weight, humanize him beyond his image, reminding audiences that even icons are shaped by perseverance, discipline, and the continuous negotiation between personal truth and public perception. Leonardo's journey affirms that fame and artistry are not synonymous, and that the most enduring success lies in integrity, resilience, and the courage to continually redefine oneself despite the pressures of external expectation.